Okay, thanks for tuning back in. As we were saying that the peacock and the eagle, very different characteristics, very different birds. And God says in the book of Samuel, we were talking about the eagle, how they carry themselves, and you want to be that eagle Christian. You come in and they see that, you really mean business, and the way you speak, your mannerisms, you say hello to somebody, an encouraging word. And in the book of Samuel, God says, those who honor me, I will honor them. So if God gives you honor, and that's heavy, because you're going to honor somebody else that's doing good to you too. So God will lift you up as you lift somebody else up. But it says it comes through Him. Now here we go with the peacock Christian. All show, no go. Peacock is a beautiful bird to look at. We all know that. But all it is to look at, a show off. And it struts around. Right? He struts around. He wants to bring attention to himself. So he stands over there and he just says, look at me. And we see preachers or even brothers that are like that. That they come into the church house and they got their $3,000-$4,000 suit, rings, watches, Rolex, $100,000 car in the parking lot. They don't say hello to nobody. They just walk in and expect you to put them in the front seat, the front row. Here you go. And just because they got a title and this is something that we all have to deal with. You get a title, and some of these brothers and sisters that become pastors, they think that's their name. I'm Pastor so-and-so. I've been places where I heard an older gentleman really giving it to a younger man because he called him bro. And he told him, don't ever call me that. You address me, I'm Pastor so-and-so. And I thought about it and I said, I wonder when they get to heaven, is the Lord going to say, glad you're here, Pastor? Do you think God is going to tell them that? Well, He calls us all His children, so He's going to say, hey son, hey daughter, come on in, if you're worthy of that. But some of us get caught up in titles. Even ushers that become the head usher. Now they got a little title and they think they got a juice card to, you sit over there, you do this, you do that. That's not right. That's just not right. Where's the humbleness about it? Again, a peacock Christian, they're full of pride, conceit, they're in love with themselves, glorify me. They walk around with arrogance and haughtiness, And go to the book of James about how, and I've seen this happen before in churches. If we're not dressed, like they say, dressed to impress, this is what can happen to us. But somebody that's dressed a little bit better than us, look at what it does. James chapter 2, verse 2 and 3. For if there should come into your assembly a man with gold rings, fine apparel, and there should also come in a poor man with filthy clothes, and you pay more attention to the one wearing the fine clothes and say to him, come in and sit here in this good place, and to the poor guy, or the guy that looks poorly dressed, you stand here, or stand in the back. That's not right. When Jesus got arrested, Judas had to tell the centurions, the Roman soldiers, who he was, because they couldn't pick him out of all them guys. Because why? They all looked the same. And he said, the one that I kiss, that's him. Because they all kind of wore the same getup, He walked differently and talked differently, but they were all together, like back to the saying, that flock of birds were almost all the same. And they looked the same, beards, long hair. So he had to tell them, the one that I kiss, that's him. So He didn't walk around in robes and gold and all this stuff that we see the people on television now. And it's just sad because of the pride. You know, I spoke about being proud, and proud is a good thing. Depends how it is in your life. To be proud that you're a father, to be proud to be a son, or these parents, or I'm proud that's my dad, that's my mom. Pride is a kind of pleasure produced by a man thinking too much of himself. That's pretty heavy. I like the way that's put. You know, and that's us. You know, people say you got to learn how to swallow it or kick it aside. Some of us don't know how to do that. But you got to remember, get rid of that pride, get rid of the arrogance, and we have to learn how to humble ourselves. Because if you don't become a humble man, you just become like this, like that peacock, and walk around, you know, and you walk around like that, people are going to say, I don't want nothing to do with that guy. You know, they all just want to speak. Or how does it go? I've heard it say, I'm tired of speaking about myself, now you speak about me. You know, that's how arrogant a peacock is, you know. And again, they're just good to look at, ain't got no substance to them. So I hope this, you got something out of this. And again, my question to you is, are you an eagle Christian or a peacock Christian? Something to chew on. So again, we just thank you, and I hope you got blessed out of this. Amen. Amen.